Welcome back to United Vision, the home of breaking news, deep analysis, and all things Manchester United. And today, we've got a blockbuster story for you. Fabrizio Romano has just dropped a bombshell. United have made a late move for one of the world's very best goalkeepers. Stick around, because this one could change everything. At Old Trafford, Manchester United have entered the final days of the transfer window with a bold move that could define their season. A late approach for Aston Villa's World Cup winning goalkeeper, Emiliano Martínez. According to Fabrizio Romano, United have already made contact with both Villa and Martinez's camp to explore the conditions of a potential deal. With Onana struggling to find form and Bayindir failing to convince, Ruben Amorim knows that a strong, commanding presence between the sticks is a necessity, not a luxury. Martinez is no ordinary option. At 32 years old, he stands among the elite, having won the Yacine Trophy in back-to-back years as the world's best goalkeeper. His heroics on the international stage are already legendary, from saving penalties to secure Argentina's Copa America triumph in 2021, to playing a decisive role in their World Cup glory just over a year later. He's not only a shot stopper, he's a leader, a mentality monster, and a proven winner. United's goalkeeping woes have been well documented this season, and the timing of this move makes perfect sense. Martinez, valued at around £17 million, would bring instant stability, authority, and confidence to a defence that has lacked assurance since Onana's arrival. His experience in the Premier League with both Arsenal and Aston Villa only strengthens his case as the perfect short-term solution. For Aston Villa, losing Martinez at this stage of the window would be a crushing blow. But United's interest shows their determination to find answers before the deadline. Whether it's Martinez, Senne Lammens, or another late swoop, one thing is certain: the Red Devils need a goalkeeper they can trust, and Martinez could be the man to restore order at Old Trafford. So, Reds, imagine Emiliano Martinez walking out at Old Trafford, commanding that back line and saving us in these high-pressure moments. Would he be the ultimate upgrade on Onana? Or should United keep their faith in the current options? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and if you're new here, hit subscribe, because at United Vision, we bring you the biggest stories before they break. Meanwhile, in other news, Manchester United knocked out of the Carabao Cup by League Two side Grimsby Town. Yes, you heard that right. This is more than a defeat. This is humiliation, and it's left the football world stunned. The theatre of dreams turned into a theatre of nightmares as Grimsby Town delivered one of the greatest upsets English football has ever witnessed. United's £200 million squad, stacked with the likes of Matheus Cunha, Bryan Mbeumo and Benjamin Šeško, were left stunned as the 4th division underdogs forced the game into penalties. When it mattered most, Onana, United's £47 million goalkeeper, couldn't stop Burns' effort. Then, in a moment that summed up the chaos of this new United era, £60 million Bryan Mbeumo smashed his penalty off the bar. The whistle blew, the Grimsby fans stormed the pitch, and Manchester United were officially humiliated. This isn't just another defeat. It's the first time in history United have been eliminated from the League Cup by a 4th division team. For Ruben Amorim, the walls are closing in fast. Backed with over £200 million this summer, His job was to return United to glory. Instead, the team looks disjointed, uninspired, and lost. Fans are split. Some are demanding patience, while many others are already calling for Amorim's head. And then, there's the Andre Onana problem. A year ago, he was seen as the solution. Today, he's viewed as another mistake. Whispers are growing louder. Should United sell Onana before the transfer window shuts? This is not just a cup exit, it's an identity crisis. Manchester United stand at a crossroads. Keep faith in Amorim, or make a bold decision that could change the season. So, Reds, the question is yours. Should Manchester United sack Ruben Amorim? Should the club cash in on Andre Onana before it's too late? Drop your answers in the comments, and let's debate it. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to United Vision. Meanwhile, in other news, Manchester United are preparing to smash the transfer market wide open again. After spending over £200 million this summer, reports claim United are now ready to go all in on Brighton's Carlos Baleba, with a stunning £120 million bid in the works. And that's not all, because United are also lining up a move for Crystal Palace's Adam Wharton. Is this Amorim's way of rebuilding the midfield into a powerhouse? Let's break it down. Manchester United prepare mega bid for Brighton's Carlos Baleba. Also, eye a Crystal Palace midfielder. Manchester United are ready to reignite their interest in Brighton's Carlos Baleba with a massive bid as they look to also sign another midfielder from Crystal Palace. An explosive report claims. Just when it seemed like Manchester United were not interested in pursuing a mega bid for Carlos Baleba, a major media house in England has claimed that Ruben Amorim's team is ready to make a U-turn, which could lead to a mega bid in excess of £100 million for the 21-year-old Brighton midfielder. United have spent over £2 billion this transfer window on top players like Matheus Cunha and Bryan Mbeumo, but they are still in need of a solid defensive midfielder who can not only break down the play, but is also good at running with the ball and closing down spaces. Manchester United to return with new bid for Baleba. Baleba, who plays for the Cameroon national team, was United's top priority, but Brighton's demand of at least £100 million for the midfielder forced Man United to look elsewhere. They tried looking at VfB Stuttgart's Angelo Stiller, Aston Villa's Amadou Onana, and Chelsea midfielder André Santos. But the drab 1-1 draw against Fulham this past weekend has forced Amorim to demand the signing of Baleba. Besides Baleba, United also want a deep-lying playmaker, and Crystal Palace's Adam Wharton is someone they prefer. However, the club has failed to land either of them so far. As per The Independent, United are ready to dish out £120 million Baleba from Brighton. But it won't be easy, as Brighton has a contract with Baleba till 2028. They sold Moises Caicedo to Chelsea in 2023 for £115 million and would be looking to make a much bigger profit with Baleba's sale. Also, United are planning to wrap up Wharton's purchase as well, which would severely compromise their budget, unless they manage to offload players like Alejandro Garnacho and Jadon Sancho. Meanwhile, United are currently 16th in the Premier League table after 2 games and just 1 point. Their next match is against Grimsby Town in the second round of the League Cup on Wednesday. United face Burnley in the Premier League on Saturday. So Reds, what do you think? Is Carlos Baleba worth over £100 million? Or are United about to repeat the same mistake they made with Anthony? And would Adam Wharton be the perfect partner for him in midfield? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that subscribe button if you're buzzing for transfer drama, and let's hit 10,000 subs together this season. Glory, glory, Manchester United. Meanwhile, in other news, Manchester United are finally advancing in talks to offload Antony with a new bid from Real Betis imminent. After months of uncertainty, this saga could be reaching its conclusion, and fans will be eager to hear how much United could actually recoup. Manchester United finally advancing on Flop's sale with new bid imminent. Manchester United could soon be rid of Antony as his next move is accelerating, according to a report. Manchester United made Antony their second most expensive signing of all time in summer 2022 when he joined in a mega £82 million deal. Then, manager Erik ten Hag convinced United to go way above Antony's market value to reunite him with his former Ajax star. However, the right winger has not even got close to justifying that price tag, registering just 12 goals and 5 assists in 96 appearances for United across all competitions. Things went from bad to worse for Antony when Ruben Amorim replaced Ten Hag in November. Amorim uses number 10s and wingbacks instead of wingers, and this saw Antony get loaned out to Real Betis in January. The Brazilian thrived away from Old Trafford, notching 9 goals and 5 assists in 26 matches and helping Betis reach the Europa Conference League final. This upturn in form led to renewed interest in Antony's services from Betis and clubs in other countries such as Brazil, Turkey and Saudi Arabia. Time is running out for United to offload Antony, but his next move is finally gaining momentum. As per Centre Devils, Betis have put themselves in pole position to re-sign the forward. The La Liga outfit are advancing in talks with United as they look to strike an agreement. A new offer is expected imminently. Betis know that Antony would ideally like to return to the club and have agreed personal terms with him. Antony is only pushing for a move to Betis and has turned down numerous Saudi proposals to make his return to Spain happen. Manchester United could get £30 to £40 million back for Antony. It is unclear at this stage exactly how much Betis are willing to pay for the 25-year-old. United have previously quoted super-rich Saudi clubs €50 million, £43 million for Antony, though Betis are more likely to offer between £30 to £40 million. This update is good news for United, especially as fellow winger Jadon Sancho is proving so difficult to move on. Sancho has rejected Roma, and this has forced the Italian club to enter talks for a Chelsea star instead. Marcus Rashford, Tyrell Malacia and Alejandro Garnacho were the other members of United's so-called bomb squad at the start of the summer. Rashford has already joined Barcelona on a loan deal that includes a €30 million option to buy, while Chelsea are aiming to sign Garnacho before the September 1st deadline. So Reds, what do you make of this? Should United cut their losses and let Antony go for £30 to £40 million? Or do you think he deserves one more chance under Amorim? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest United news here on United Vision. Meanwhile, in other news, at Carrington this week, Manchester United's sessions have been entirely geared towards shaping the tactical spine of Ruben Amorim's side. The manager has leaned heavily on his preferred 3-4-2-1 system, drilling the back three into discipline and quick recovery transitions. Lenny Yoro has been the vocal marshal in defence, flanked by Harry Maguire and Matthias de Ligt, both tasked with stepping high to compress the field. The emphasis in training has been on squeezing the opposition between the lines, forcing turnovers and launching swift counters. The midfield core has been the heartbeat of Amorim's blueprint. Casemiro, Mount and Kobbie Mainoo have been rehearsing constant rotations, with Mount pushing into half spaces while Mainoo drops deeper to recycle possession. Out wide, the wing-backs have been crucial in stretching the pitch. Luke Shaw on the left and Diogo Dalot on the right were seen repeatedly working overlaps under strict instructions to deliver early service into the box for the forwards. In attack, Amorim's focus has been on fluidity and pressing triggers. Bryan Mbeumo and Matheus Cunha operated just behind Benjamin Šeško, who has been sharpening his runs between the channels. Training patterns emphasized fast one-touch combinations between the attacking trio, with the goal of pulling Arsenal's defensive line out of shape. Šeško's aerial threat and Cunha's link-up play were central to these exercises, while Mbeumo provided width and pace on the break. The expected lineup, judging from drills, shapes up as Onana in goal, a back three of De Ligt, Maguire and Lenny Yoro, Shaw and Dalot as wingbacks, Casemiro and Mainu in midfield, Mbeumo and Cunha as dual playmakers, Šeško spearheading the attack. Amorim seems intent on a proactive, aggressive game plan, pinning Fulham back with wing overloads while maintaining defensive stability through a compact back three. For United fans, these tactical rehearsals carry a clear message. This team is built to be bold, press high, and strike fast. Carrington has been alive with intensity, and the lineup taking shape suggests a side ready to not just compete, but to impose their rhythm on the Premier League opener. So Reds, what do you think of Amorim's bold lineup and tactics? Do you believe this system can fire United back to the top? Or do you see gaps that could be exploited by rivals? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to United Vision for daily updates and tactical breakdowns straight from Manchester. Meanwhile, in other news, Manchester United are about to unlock their next big transfer under Ruben Amorim. With just 9 days left in the window, things are heating up. Midfield reinforcements are now the priority. Could one big outgoing finally trigger the domino effect United need? Let's break it all down. Manchester United's transfer business is far from over. After splashing nearly £200 million on Benjamin Šeško, Bryan Mbeumo and Matheus Cunha, United are now turning their attention to midfield reinforcements before the September 1st deadline. Ruben Amorim is determined to strengthen the spine of his squad, but to make that happen, United may need to sell before they buy. One of the biggest stories right now surrounds Rasmus Højlund. The Danish striker was left out of the squad in United's opening Premier League clash against Arsenal, fueling speculation about his future. Napoli are the latest club linked, with reports of talks over a move worth around £30 million. Højlund himself is said to prefer a loan with an obligation to buy, which could give United guaranteed funds heading into next year. Meanwhile, Jadon Sancho has reportedly rejected a move to Roma, while Antony's situation remains unresolved. Alejandro Garnacho is also on Chelsea's radar, though no formal bid has been made. These unresolved outgoings have left United walking a financial tightrope as they try to back Amorim in the market. On the incoming side, 3 names are standing out. Stuttgart's Angelo Stiller, valued at just under £39 million, and is considered a strong option. Crystal Palace's Adam Wharton, who has quickly established himself as one of England's most promising young midfielders, is also on the shortlist, but comes at a hefty £60 million price tag. And then there's Brighton's Carlos Baleba, arguably the dream target. But at £100 million, United know that deal may have to wait until a future window. The logic is clear. A £30 million sale of Højlund could be the domino that unlocks United's next big transfer. Amorim wants another midfielder who can provide balance, energy, and competition across a long season. If the Red Devils can offload the striker, fans could soon see a fresh face walking through the doors at Carrington. United's window has already been bold, but this final stretch could determine whether the squad truly looks ready to challenge again or remains one step short. So, United fans, what do you think? Should the club cash in on Højlund to fund a new midfielder, or hold on to him for depth? And out of Stiller, Wharton and Baleba, Which one would you love to see in red? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button if you enjoyed the update, and don't forget to subscribe to United Vision for daily Manchester United news.